Okay, in this video I'm going to teach you how to do a torch modification. That's one of the torches I've modified previously. It's no longer shorting out, but as you can see I'm touching these two wires together here, and that's making the torch turn on and off. I've taken control away from that switch. This is the torch that I'm going to be modifying in the video. It's a black light torch. And I would also like to be pointing out that safety first. I always wear safety glasses when I'm in the workshop, regardless of what I'm doing, and even my children have their own sets of safety glasses. Okay, I've got a heap of tools here I'm going to use. If you can think of an easier way to do this, by all means. This is what I call the interception method, because I needed a fancy name for it. I'll be using my trusty vise, and I'll be listing all the tools I use at the end of the video. Now, so I don't mark the torch or scratch the torch with the vise, I'm putting some cardboard in there. Usually I use corrugated cardboard, but any cardboard will do. And the trick with the vise, of course, is not to crush it. Now I'm using my most trusted tool, the 12-inch rule, and I'm just measuring inside the barrel there, pushing down because there is a spring in there, and the maximum depth is about 15 mil. And now I'm measuring on the outside of the barrel. I'll take the battery cartridge out, don't need that for this job. So I said that was 15 mil, thereabouts. Just trying to find a suitable place. If I'm going for 15 mil on here, I'm going to be right on that ridge there. So I might bring it back to about 13. And I've got to keep in mind I'm going to drill a 4-inch hole using a scriber. If you're using a torch that's not black, you could probably use a black permanent marker. Just made a scratch there, and then I'll go for my trusty centre punch. And this is just to mark out the hole that I'm about to drill. All it needs is a tap. Okay, that mark is going to stop the drill bit from moving when I'm drilling. Just clamp that in there nice and securely. No need to crush it. I've screwed this end back on to help stop crushing the barrel. Now the wire I'm using is speaker wire. You can buy this in most electrical shops or automotive shops for a couple of bucks a metre. It's 4mm wide. One side in this case is black, the other side is black-white. Usually you can get it in greys, or you may be able to get it in black and red. Right, now I'm just going to use my trusty drill here, just centering it into that little notch that I've made. Now unfortunately, because I had a low torque on, I've actually burred around the outside there. If this torch was waterproof, it's not anymore. Now this torch is going to go into another enclosure, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like at this point, or what I do to the appearance of it. Rummage, just going for a smaller file, just so I can take that burr off on the inside there. The important thing, of course, is that the battery cartridge fits in. It doesn't scrape around or scratch too much. Next thing to do is just to check out to make sure that you can actually see the battery cartridge pushing down past the hole, and that the wire itself will fit in. No need to rush threading the wire through. Now I'm going to be stripping back approximately 5mm. First thing I need to do is incise down the centre of the two wires there. taking great care not to cut myself. Now each one of those, just a careful incision across through the insulation, trying to work my way around the wire. And of course you didn't see me use my teeth then to strip wires. Just checking to make sure that the wire will go through and that the strip part will go a fair way across the diameter of the opening there. Okay, just going to test this out, make sure I've got the batteries in the right way. Of course I don't. Now this particular torch is a blacklight torch, the other one being a regular LED torch, and when I mount them in their final housing they're going to go end to end. They switch that actually alternates between them.